If you're anything like my other subs, you're probably asking yourself, how can you edit videos like me? Well, in this video, I will be showing you. I will be breaking down the most important parts to editing like me. I'll show you guys how I do my transitions, how I do my text effects, and much more. So continue watching this video and you'll learn to edit like me. In this first part of the video, I will teach you guys how I do my transitions. The first transition that I will be teaching you guys is going to be this zoom transition. Creating this zoom transition is very easy and very basic. The first thing that you're going to do is just drag in both of your clips. Then you're going to select your first clip and go to the Fusion page. Once you're here, you're going to click Control Space to open this little box, and you're going to look for the transform node. Once you found it, you're just going to click Add. Either it's going to be instantly connected or it's going to not be connected. To make sure that it's connected, just hold Shift and drag it onto this line right here. Now the first thing that you're going to do is go to the very end of your clip. You're not going to be able to go to the very last frame. So what you're going to do is just drag this all the way to the right and click your right arrow key once. Now what you're going to do is go over here to your inspector and you're going to keyframe size. Now what you're going to do is go back 10 frames. Once you are here, 10 frames back, you're just going to keyframe size again. Now, using this little arrow right here, you're just going to click that once, and then you just want to drag up your size to the max. Now, if you look back at your clip, you're going to see that it's going to zoom in like this. Obviously, this does not look good at all, and it won't work for the transition, so I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. So what you're going to do now is click on this button in the top right titled Spine. Once you have it open, make sure that Transform and Size is checked. Then you're going to click onto this button right here, and then you're going to see this purple line. This is a graph of how your transition is moving right now. And as you guys can see right now, it's moving in a linear line, but we want it to be exponential. So what you're going to do is just either click Control A or just drag over both of these markers right here. Once you have them selected, you should see something like this, and then all you're going to do is click the S button. This is going to add a simple ease to it, but this also won't look good for the transition. So what we're going to do is go to this bottom keyframe right here. We're going to see this line extending from it. We're going to hold Alt, hold the very end of it, and just drag it all the way to the right under this keyframe right here. And then what you're going to do is go to the line of the top keyframe right here, and you're just going to drag this down like so. Now if you look back at it, you will see that it's exponentially zooming in. But one last thing that we can add to just make it the tiniest bit smoother is go right here to settings and apply motion blur. These settings right here, the only things that you want to be playing with are quality and shutter angle. I would recommend, if you have a mid-end PC, to change your quality to 5 and the shutter angle to 300. This is already going to look good for most things that you're going to be working on, but for me personally, because I'm a little bit lazy to always change it to these specific numbers, I just crank these two up to the maximum. And now if you look back at it, you guys will see we have this slight motion blur to it, which makes it look way smoother. We're going to select our second clip, go to the Fusion page, and we're going to add the transform node again. So we're going to click Control Space. We're going to see Transform XF right here. Then we're just going to add that again. Now what we're going to be doing is going to the very first frame of our transition. Then we're going to keyframe size, and now we're going to go 10 frames to the right. Now once you're here, you're going to keyframe size again. Now what we want to do is go back to the beginning and change size to something like 0.5. But right now, when you're looking at your preview, you're probably asking yourself, Drxo, why is everything around it transparent? That is because we have not yet mirrored the edges. So what we're going to do is just go down right here to edges, and we're just going to select mirror. So we're going to click this button again. We're going to select all of our keyframes again. We're going to click the S button to ease it. This time what we're going to do is hold Alt on this top line and drag it all the way to the left, like so. And the bottom line, we're just going to take this and drag it to the left as well. The last thing that we have to add is motion blur again. Now when you go back to your edit page, it's going to look something like this. Now that you guys know how to create a simple zoom transition, the principle is the same for any other transition that you might want to do. For example, this slide transition. All I did was keyframe the position and move my clip to the left, and on the second clip, I keyframe my image sliding in from the right. I added motion blur and changed the curve, and that's why it looks smooth. Now in this next part of the video, I will be teaching you guys, or showing you guys, how I do my text effects. And to be honest, it'll be very easy for you guys to do if you already know how to do the transitions. And all that I really do for my text effects is I use the font SF Pro Display, which is the Apple font. I will have a link to it in the description. It's free to download. I use the bold variant of it, and all that I usually do is just add a simple zoom into it, like so. And then all that I do when I smooth my keyframes, the first keyframe, I just smooth it and bring it up to the left, as you can see right here. And for the keyframe at the top, I just move it up a tiny bit so that the text basically bounces a bit and then back to the original position. And that's really all that I do. If you guys need any more help on how to edit, or if you guys want to have specific tutorials for very specific things, maybe like the beginning parts of this video, then just let me know and I'll give you guys a tutorial for that too. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.